Hare Krishna. Let me again chant this mantra. Yes. So janma karma chame divyam evam jabeti tattvataù tattvadeham punar janma naiti mameti. So Arjuna. So this is the beautiful verse, very important verses. So as I told you, this without understanding the Krishna, without understanding his appearance, Balaram appearance, our all this celebration is just a feasting extravaganza, just like Jhulan Jatra we did. Jhulan Jatra is not all about collecting money and nicely decorating. That is a part of the things. But the essence of Jhulan Jatra, to understand this merciful concession of the Lord, that he is incorporating us in such a lofty festival where we cannot understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. Many people criticize that how Lord is, enacting such a pastime of Rasa Leela with such a gopis. Is kind of adulterous. Sometimes they imitate also. Sometimes they say immoral, criticizing. They do not know that what is actually what is really the God is, what is Krishna is. For that matter, I will show you that how everybody is the subject of the God. Everybody is the subject. That means he is a right. He is actually the real husband. We have no idea. We are simply collecting money and let me swing it. That is also good. Somehow Lord is merciful, and so that he is incorporating us to practically render service and hear about this. But sometimes they criticize how this, why he is enjoying, what is our thing, why we should get benefit. To cooperating with his enjoyment, we will go back to God. Why he is enjoying? Because he has the right. If somebody criticizes, you do not know why you are doing all this swing festival, why the God is having an affair with so many gopis. What he will say? What is your answer? Show me one verses where you can, because everybody is subject. Here it is stated here, very nice. Prahlad Maharaj is showing that. This Prahlad Maharaj is chanting this, quoting these verses, stating these verses. He alone who is never afraid, but who on the contrary gives complete shelter to all fearful person, can actually become a husband and protector. Therefore, my Lord, you are only husband, and no one else can claim this position. If you were not the only husband, you would be afraid of others. Therefore, person learned in all Vedic literature accept only your lordship as everyone's master. They think no one else better husband and protector than you. So Lord is only husband, because husband means what? Protector. And who can protect? Can we protect? Can our husband protect from the death? But disease, old age? No. Therefore, God is claimed, rightfully claimed. And we all are part and parcel subject. So therefore, rightfully claimed. Immediately you answer yes, because you should know the nature, the position of the supreme position of the Lord. And this kind of activities is not that he is not kind. This kind of activities Lord is doing so that we will be attracted to him by hearing. We will be we will not. We will purify ourselves. It is stated here that Brahmaji is speaking. See, such a great personality is speaking here that the Lord's activities are how so merciful. Anugrahaya bhaktana manusim deha astitva bhajate tadriskira yasrutta tatparo bhave. So this is a beautiful verses. When Lord assumed his human-like body to show mercy to his devotee, he engaged in such pastime will attract those who hear about them to become dedicated. Our is so much into Bollywood. I want to see this, what is that? Nowadays, new movies, something going on Gadar, something. So I wanted to see that. I want to see that how the Indo-Pak, the romantic affair. All the Lord is showing who can show the better romantic affair than thing. He is showing that one wife. I am showing the transcendental romantic affair, so that we will divert our attention to here. And by understanding that this activity is not ordinary living entity, if they imitate the Lord, they will fall down. They are condemned. But Lord is doing that is not condemned, because Lord is transcendental. He has all right to do it. And this kind of thing is not like, and there is no inabilities in this relationship. He is showing that only by devotion you can come to me. And highest devotion is that this how the gopis has been conducting or expressing their love for Krishna. They have given up everything. Sarva dharman parityāga. We are holding my job, my wife, my children, my this, my that. Then I want to go back to Godhead. How? So Lord want to enact these activities to know, to show the example, to teach us that to come to me, you should not have any material attachment. As long as you have material attachment, you cannot go back to us. There's no question of go back to. So that is whole idea of showing, not that we just swing festival gone done and after 2 hours some songs and take prasadam. We should know the philosophy. So here also Krishna say, what is this philosophy of janma karma? The unborn, Lord is unborn, and unborn is taking birth. Why is taking birth? For stop our rebirth. Our birth and Lord's birth, just Janmashtami is appearing. Our birth and Lord's birth is different. Sometimes 12 o'clock I have seen in India, Janmashtami day, they will put some sound, crying sound. As soon as Janmashtami appears, as if the Lord is crying, coming out from the womb of the mother. That is not the right thing. Lord is not coming out. He can come out only, but Lord is not. Lord although resembles like ordinary, but it is not ordinary living entity. Lord never have the coming out from the womb crying like this. Krishna never come. That is a wrong conception. Our birth is according to our karma. Somebody is taking birth in a very affluent family, Bill Gates family, but somebody is taking birth in Ambani family, somebody is taking birth in Riksha puller. According to our karma, we are taking birth. We cannot decide our birth that I want to take birth in a very king, prince family, very affluent, rich family. I cannot say I will take birth in. No, we cannot. We are forced by our karma, but Lord does not come. This try to understand the Lord, but sometimes say that God also coming like human being. He is also helpless. He is coming as he is taking birth, he is dying. But we should know the truth. If we know the truth of his birth, then we will stop our rebirth. That is whole idea. So here it is stated that our birth and Lord's birth is different. Our birth is karmena daivanetrana jantur dehopapatya. According to karma, the personality of God has say, under the supervision of Supreme Lord, according to the result of his work, the living entity, the soul, is made enter into the womb of a woman, to the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of body. So karmena daiva, according to our karma, somebody is Bill Gates, somebody is gatekeeper. So our birth is, some family is due to our karma. But Lord is not affected by karma. Namam karmani limpanti. He told that karma will not affect the Lord. Lord appearance is not. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phalasveha. So there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of the action. Therefore, he is coming according to his sweet will. He already stated this one, that although I am unborn, but he is taking birth. Ajo pisan abhyatma bhutanam ishwara pisan prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atma mayaya. So Krishna says, although I am unborn, my transcendental body never deteriorates. Although I am the Lord of all living entities, but by my internal energy, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So although Lord is unborn, but he takes birth in original transcendental form. He is not coming according to karma, according to his sweet will. According to his sweet will, he is coming to this earth, he is appearing. Avatara means descend, who descend from the spiritual sky. And he is so many incarnations. And he is not necessarily that he is to come from the womb of the mother. Narsimhadev comes from the pillar. Varahadev comes from the nostril of Brahma. So we are not restricting. Lord is free, Swaraj. He can come anyway. Whom also he can come. But he is not affected by karma. He is coming with his sweet will. Narsimhadev comes with sweet will from this pillar. Satyam vidatam nijavutta vasitam. He is coming from that pillar. Varahadev comes from the nostril. So he is not obliged to come like any particular way. Therefore, it is stated in this beautiful verses of Bhagavatam, which is confirming the statement that Lord's appearance is not ordinary appearance. Supreme Lord, you are not an ordinary living entity. First and foremost, to understand. Sometimes they say that my Gopal took birth, he is crying. What he is crying? His Supreme Lord, 6 days he killed Putana. 7 years he lifted Govardhan. So many activities is done, and within 7 years he killed so many demons. O Supreme Lord, you are not an ordinary living entity appearing in this material world as a result of fruitive activity. Therefore, your appearance and birth in this world has no other cause than your pleasure potency. Similarly, living entity who are part of you, you have no cause for misery like birth and death, old age, except when these living entities are conducted by your external energy. For all also there is no birth and death. What to speak about the Lord? Our also no birth and death. Which verse of Bhagavad Gita? Chapter 2 only, not I am talking about 16, 18 chapter. Which verse of the Bhagavad Gita stated that even the living entities has no birth and death? Without starting this discussion, न जायते न मर्यते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भवित्वा वा न भूय आतनित्य शाश्वतयं पुराण न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीर. Even the living entity, for the soul there is never birth nor death, nor having once been dodged, he never ceased to be. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, undying, remember, he is not slain when the body is slain. So we are eternal, Lord is eternal. We are unborn, Lord, but we are taking birth because when we misdirected our desire, we are all part and parcel of the Lord. We are from Vaikuntha. But when you think that why I should cooperate with Lord, I want to become a master. As soon as we think that I want to become a master, we cannot become a master in Vaikuntha. He is only the Vaikuntha Pati. Then Lord created this material world. Lord created this material world so that I can be a master. I can do whatever I may. But I will be anything else. I will be suffering. See, here it is stated this. Everything is there in Shastra. We should systematically learn why I created everything. It's very logic. It's not a sentimental provocation. It's a science. My dear Lord, although it is not your desire, you manifest this creation of gross subtle element just for our sensual satisfaction. Let your causeless mercy be upon us, for you have appeared before us in your eternal form, adorned with the splendid wrath of you. Here it is said that Lord is not interested. It is clearly stated here that material world is not created by personal will of Supreme Lord. He doesn't want to create this. Just like government doesn't want to create a Changi jail, a Tihar jail. But in order to rehabilitate this stubborn citizen or unlawful illegal citizen, he has to create this. Similarly, Lord has created without his desire. He doesn't want my children suffer, but he created. It's a kind of chastisement to rehabilitate, reform us. Reform us. So try to understand why he is creating and why he is coming again. Here it is said that it is created by external energy because the living entity want to enjoy it. Living entity want to enjoy like a Lord. I want to be master. But we cannot be master. We are always, constitutionally, we are subservient of Krishna. Jivara Swarupa Nitya Krishna Dasa. Our constitutional position, our designation, real designation, just like in a company, your real designation is like a project manager or analyst. Similarly, our real designation of a soul is the subservient of Krishna. Which verses? These are the things in the tips. You should know that because these are very fundamental, but still it is very important. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stated in these beautiful verses that Jivera Swarupa hoye Nitya Krishnera Das. So Jivera, our constitutional position is that we are servant of the God. It is living entity constitutional position to be an eternal servant of Krishna because he is marginal energy of Krishna. We are eternal servant. But when we trying to be master, Lord is creating this material world without his desire. And not only creating, but also he is coming, also at the same time he is coming to deliver us. Here very nice verses. So this material world is not created who do not want to enjoy sense gratification. These people we are here now. We are here only, we are 3/4 of his, 1/4 of his creation. 3/4 is in spiritual world. This material world is created, is a temporary world, created just like a jail is created. Outside jail many people or inside jail many people? Outside jail, number of people more in outside the jail. Similarly, in material world, Krishna say, Ekansena sthita jagata, 1/4 of his whole creation is this material world. 3/4, 75% they are in spiritual world. Why? They do not want to. They do not want to enjoy the sense gratification. They want to always follow the laws. They want to subservient to the Krishna. They know, they do not, just like a law. If somebody violate the law, they are going to jail. Somebody violate or define the authority of the God, they come to the material world. They come to the material world. And what is the wrong in material world? This we will go to next. So here it is said that Krishna, spiritual world is eternally existing and they enjoy there. Elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam is stated that we have taken shelter of lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. This material world is useless. So main thing is that in spiritual world, there is always Vaikuntha means what? Vaikuntha means Vigata Kunta Jasmad iti Vaikuntha. Means there is no Kunta anxiety. Here we have anxiety. What is our anxiety? Anxiety of birth, death, disease, old age, so many other problems. Despite our however sophisticated environment we create, gorgeous arrangement we create, whatever the way your scientific, you can send Chandrayana to moon, but you have a scientific advancement, you have economic development, political maneuvering, whatever you do, you may have a Modi administration, but you cannot surpass the birth, death, disease. Therefore, this material world is not good. Although we have come with our adamant, with our misdirected desire, I do not want to be with God. So God is unwillingly created, but we are suffering. How we are suffering? This is also given very nicely. How we are suffering? Our suffering is like, this is our suffering. For the person who is suffering in the fire of countless misery, who desire to cross the insurmountable ocean of material existence, there is no suitable boat. So countless miseries, not only one misery, countless misery. There's a beautiful verses, they summarize what is the real problem. See, you will relate to all these things now. In 38, I think, let's see. There's a beautiful problem. What is about the material world? The sum and substances of material world. So this is a very nice verse. The path of this material world is full of material miseries. Various trouble disturb the conditioned soul. That is a fact. Sometimes he loses, sometimes he gains. And that is a fact. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I gain. In either case, path is full of danger. Either you win or you gain. You lose. You are loser only. In a corporate rat race, they say that if you win also, you are a rat. So you are a rat after all. In the either case, path is full of danger. Sometimes the conditioned soul is separated from his father by death or other circumstances. We have already undergone this one. We have separated our father, grandfather like this. Leaving him aside, he gradually become attached to others, such as his children. In this way, conditioned soul is sometimes illusion and affright. Sometimes he cries loudly out of fear. Sometimes he's happy maintaining his family. Sometimes he's overjoyed, sings melodiously. The Bollywood song will start. Good appraisal, good job, good wife. After that, weekend. That all combination. In this way, he becomes entangled and forget his separation from the Supreme Personality of God. Since time immemorial, thus he traverses the dangerous path of material existence. On this path, he is not at all happy. Those who are self-realized simply take shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead in order to get out of this dangerous material existence. Without accepting devotional path, one cannot get out the clutches of material existence. The conclusion is that no one can be happy in this material world. The sweet home, the so-called sweet home, is just what is called fables. They say sweet home. That sweet home is a myth without any merit, without any truth, without any veracity, authenticity. The conclusion is that no one can be happy in this material world. One must take to Krishna consciousness. One may say that, sir, I have got a very good job. I have an obedient wife, beautiful obedient wife. I'm adding some adjective, Then obedient children, very scholar. What about me? I'm very happy materially. But how long? How long? There's a beautiful verses. Let me find out. Let's say somebody say, I'm Tendulkar. I'm a very successful personality. Bill Gates or Ambani. Mukesh Ambani. So there's a beautiful verses. It is stated here. Where it is stated? Let me see. No, this is a very nice verse. Even after you are successful in this material world, this successful also conditions. Yes, materialistic activity is always mixed with three kinds of miseries: adhyatmic, adhidaivic, adhibhautik. Adhyatmic means by body. Our body is like a temple of disease, born to have disease. Every alternative day, I have a cold, cough, a headache, or something, right? and adidoibik and adibodh. Adidoibik is by others. Even the ants also disturb us. India mosquito disturb us. That is also by others, colleagues, friends, all the thing. No. And adibodhik means calamities, COVID, tsunami, etc. Therefore, even one achieves some success by performing such activities, what is the benefit of this success? One is still subjected to birth, death, old age. Even the successful man in this material world is subject to, even a Bill Gates or Steve Jobs also, and anybody, any affluent or successful man is subject. Therefore, it is said that this material life is always dangerous. Those who are thinking that material life is happy, that's just like a diseased person. As long as diseased person thinking that I have no disease, he will not go to a physician or doctor to show and cure his disease. So therefore, the Shastra is informing us the so-called happiness with your family sweet home is temporary, transient by nature. Transient by nature. It can be taken away any moment. Any moment. Ayur harati by pun. This is stated that Ayur harati by punsam udyam astam chanyasu. The duration of the life is decreased every sunrise. Every sunrise. And one sunrise will be our last day. Despite we may say that I am the president, I am so affluent, I am so rich, I am so aristocratic, I am so successful, but you are subject to death. Even I used to give example of Steve Jobs. He's $1 trillion owner. He was suffering from pancreatic cancer at the age of 54 years. He is the success role model for every IT. But he himself realized in the hospital, he told that I am a success role model. I can buy a doctor. I can buy a hospital. I can buy everything, but I cannot extend one moment of my life. I should have invested more on spirituality rather on more on the accumulating money. So much engrossed, making the Apple, we are using Apple computer, Apple laptop, everything Apple, to making this technology into such a tremendous contribution to technology. Instead of that, he should have engaged in this spiritual cultivation. He himself realized. Therefore, so-called success is not. So there, because this material life, material world is dukkhalayam asashvatam, is a temporary, also miserable. Therefore, Krishna comes. We try to understand the unborn Supreme Lord is unborn, but why is taking birth? To stop our rebirth. Once we understand this, his birth is not an ordinary birth. His birth is very transcendental. His birth is not Kunti Stuti, our devotees are learning Kunti Stuti. There is a beautiful thing at that. There is so many opinions of Lord birth. We will go to there, see? Go to there. But let's understand that how this material world is very, very miserable. It is stated in so many verses that how the material world is so miserable. Oh my Lord, people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxiety. Every time anxiety, everything I wanted to get something. Our anxious is that I have to get something, or I am fear because I may lose something. I cannot maintain my status quo in this material world, either in my existence or in my designation, material designation. I cannot maintain the status quo. Therefore, we are always embarrassed by the material anxiety. They are always afraid. They are always trying to protect their wealth, body, friend. They are filled with lamentation, unlawful desire concerning their paraphernalia, and they avariciously base their undertaking on the perishable conception of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, they are full of such anxiety. Because the living entity is torn away from the Lord, and Lord created, by his causeless mercy, created this material world unwillingly, as you have learned the verses. And if we do not take shelter of the Lord, then we will be suffering here. So Lord is concession that, okay, he created. Now we are so much entangled, we forget the Lord. We separated the Lord, we are suffering. Our root cause of our suffering that we have torn away from the Lord. Therefore, Lord is coming to remind us what is my position. To remind us, to inform us, instruct us, the Bhagavad Gita and all other scripture. He's sending his acharya, he's sending the so many other things, so that we can again regain our consciousness, again be informed our relationship, our real home back to God. So in this regard, the beautiful process is there. So it is stated here that forget. So, how the Lord is so merciful? It is stated in this beautiful verses that so the Brahmaji is speaking that, my dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, you come to this earth, immediate material life, just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your surrender. So whole idea of the Lord descend to ascent us back. Because in this world, when we are rotting in the material world and we are turning away from the Lord, that is root cause of our suffering. So I forget, I want to show these verses. That's where. So this is a very nice verses. It is stated here. 11:5:18. So what is our root cause of our suffering? Root cause of our suffering is that those who have torn away from the Supreme Lord Vasudeva, being under the spell of Lord's illusory energy, are eventually forced to give up their so-called homes, children, friends, wives, lovers, which were all created by the illusory potential of the Supreme Lord. And they enter again their will into the darkest region of universe. So we have created in this material world because Lord has created, okay, you enjoy. You want to be a master, you become a master. You have an enjoyment, you do enjoyment. You have a wife, children, home, sweet home, job, etc. But here it is say that you will have a problem. Because we have torn away from the Supreme Lord. Therefore, we have to give up our so-called home, children, friends, wives, lovers. Because this Maya has been created. It is not a real thing. It's a transient. It's a temporary. Just like I am staying in a temporary house. Why should I renovate them? Useless waste of time. I am going to a place. Sometimes I am flying and I am staying in a hotel. I will not demand I should buy a TV because I have 3 days I am staying. I will have a TV, Wi-Fi, and so many other accessories. No, this is useless. I have some work is there. I am staying for a few days, 2-3 days. Then I will go back. Why should I unnecessarily waste my time? This is same thing. We have come here to the material world for a certain period of time, and we will be going back. Why unnecessarily wasting time? Therefore, Krishna is coming to remind us, your business is to go back to me. Your business, do not create a house, so-called wife, children, so much attached to know. In this way, we will entangle. We will have so many set of wives in previous life and also in future life. Lord is coming to take us back. Take us back home. So therefore, it is said that our root cause is when you turn away from the Lord, then we are entangled by Maya and creating an illusory world where I am the God. Whole material world is competition. You go to corporate world, everybody competing. I want to be a master. I want to be a manager. Yes or no? Everybody competing. Corporate rat race. Everybody competing to the master. Because this mentality is coming from the Lord. When you are become competing with Lord, then you fall down. Why he will be enjoying? Why Julan Jatra? Why is enjoying with gopis? I will not cooperate. How many people attended? They do not want to cooperate with the Lord Julan Jatra. Lord is enjoying. What is to me? Isn't it? Our whole idea is cooperate. A finger will say, why should I cooperate, body? I will not take the cake and put in mouth. This is a problem of finger. Finger will be weakened. So this is the problem. So when we deny to cooperate with Lord, then we will in a problem. We are not the enjoyer. We are not the renouncer. We are just cooperate. We have to cooperate with Lord. In this way, we'll go back to body. So Krishna now, the thing is that just like Balaram came, Krishna also coming, approaching. Why the unborn is taking birth? The unborn is taking birth for the purpose of reclaim the conditioned soul from this entanglement. So here it is stated very nice that Kunti Stuti. We'll go to a little bit of Kunti Stuti because our devotees also very related things have learned this very nice Kunti Stuti. Here Kunti Devi also praying the same thing. Janma karma cha Viswatman. See, this is very nice. This is also Janma karma. Ajasya kartur atmanaha priyannishishu yadhasu tad atanta tad atyanta vidambanam. So, of course, it is bewildering, O soul of universe, that you work though you are inactive. You take part though you are vital force and the onward. You yourself descend among the animal, main, sage, aquatic. This is very bewildering. So how the Lord is taking part in so many spaces of life? He's telling, I'm bewildering. What is your purpose? Why you are taking part? Of course, it is bewildering. Actually, we do not think. Kunti Devi is such an advanced devotee. He is thinking because it is a question, because Lord does not need to come. Why Lord has to come? Supposing Lord say, I come for what purpose? Paritranaya sadhuna vinashesya duskita dharma sanstapanartha. Paritranaya sadhuna. This sadhu to paritranaya sadhuna means to deliver the pious. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is enough. He can send so many agents, so many acharya to paritrana. To kill the miscreants like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu. He does not need to come. Indra, Varuna, Durga Devi, all these things, they are enough, they are sufficient, they are powerful to kill. By his breathing process, Brahma Samhita says that, by his breathing process, billions of universes coming out. And in that billions, one universe, one Ravana or Hiranyakashipu. To kill, Lord has to come. Why? Why has to descend for that? Dharma sanstapanartha, he doesn't need to come that also. Acharya there, he can send somebody to establish the dharma. But why personally? There's a beautiful story. This one I read from somewhere, some devotee, I think. Akbar was there when India was 800 years under Mughal Empire and the Mohammedan Empire. That time there was 9 best of the gems in his court. One of them called Birbal. So Akbar asked the same question: why your Lord has to descend personally? He could have sent. He's a king of the kings. So then Birbal said, I will answer you when time comes. That one time he was loitering in the near the pond, water pond. That time Birbal created a replica of his son and threw it and shouted, your son drowned. Immediately Akbar jumped and tried to protect. And when he saw that it's a replica, he was chastising. Why you are joking? No, I want to answer your things. See, there are so many soldiers, so many guards. You would have called anybody to jump and say, why you personally? Because you love your son. Krishna loves us. Krishna loves us despite our adamant stubbornness, not to reconcile now also. And so many of them we have celebrated. Still we have no mood to reconcile with us. Still out of his causeless mercy, he descends himself. He descends himself. That is his causeless mercy. Extremely causeless mercy to the conditioned soul. He descends. Although so many people criticize his activities, but he enacted activity so that he can divert our attention. We are so much into this all kind of mundane personality. Oh, somebody is a sportsman. Who can be a better sportsman than Krishna? Somebody is a weightlifter. Who can lift Govardhan? 7 years Govardhan. Somebody is very hero. Like, hero. We are hero worship. No, all people in the world hero worship. Krishna telling who can be hero? 6-year-old Putana. I have given a timeline. How Krishna, I've got a timeline. Entire Krishna pastime. 6 years he killed Putana. 6 months he created Sakatasura. Then Trinnavata 1 year. Within 1 to 2 years he killed Baka Aga. Then Damodar Lila. So many pastime he is doing. What for? So that we will divert our attention. We will divert our attention from Khan to Krishna. We are after the Khan, Shahrukh Khan, Salman Khan, this Khan. Now we divert our attention. Then why he is coming us and enacting all the pastime like Janmashtami, Jhulan Jatra to incorporate us so that we will have an opportunity to practically render service and hear about his activities. Today verses Krishna say, simply you know that my janma and karma is not ordinary. I am not coming for ordinary for I am coming to reclaim. It is transcendental. Transcendentals. The interacting with gopis also is not ordinary, dealing with so many, our so many debonaires like how they dealing with the girls. Floating. No, his floating is also in love. Do you think that Vaikuntha there is no scarcity of butter that he has to steal? Satasahasra Lakshmi Sambramba Sebhyamanam, where these thousands of Lakshmi, Satasahasra means thousands of Lakshmi queuing up. I want service, I want service. That Supreme Lord is coming down to steal butter and become famous as butter thief. Why this anomaly? This anomaly only applicable to Krishna. If we do that to butter thief, we will be condemned and sent to jail. But Lord is transcendental. Lord is, his activity is transcendental. Just like a son. A son is, when it is come in contact with the filthy person, son is not contaminated, but filthy person is purified. He wants to purify us. All these gopis, they are waiting when Krishna will come and this complaint also, all the complaint is just not the complaint. They wanted to just play with Krishna. They are waiting when Krishna will not come means, and Krishna comes, and still if if Krishna sees that There is nobody, there's nobody keeping their water for me. Krishna used to urinate this place, and they used to catch Krishna, come to Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya telling, complaining that your Krishna is stealing. Why? Yashoda Maya telling, why Krishna will steal? I am the queen of Vrindavan. I have so many butter. Why will go to your third class butter? I have a first class butter. Then Krishna say, yes, yes, mother. Why should I go? So all these pastimes to attract these gopis. Because when you enter service to him, he is obliged. He told that Salpam apiyascha dharmascha trayate mahatabhayat. What is the meaning of mahatabhayat? I will, if you render some service to Krishna, I will protect you from the greatest danger. What is this greatest danger? Prabhupada given lecture very nicely. Transmigrates from one body to another body. That is the greatest danger. Our greatest danger is not that I have not got the appraisal, or I have not got the good job, I have not got the something, some visa, permanent visa. No, that is not our greatest danger. Our greatest danger, my son could not get admission to this anyways or something. No, our greatest danger is transmigrating from one soul to another. So Lord is giving a chance. You give little bit of service, I will protect you. Therefore, Krishna says, janma karma chame divyam, evaà vetti tattvataù. Anybody who knows my activity, my appearance is transcendental. Therefore, you should not take it like Krishna is to come 12 o'clock, Krishna is crying. You know how Krishna comes? There is a beautiful 10 canto. How Krishna appeared, there is very nicely stated here. How the Devaki, Thereafter, accompanied by even say Balaram Janti, many people came, but they do not understand why Balaram came as a seventh pregnancy. He could have come first pregnancy, second. The sixth pregnancy are the Sadagarbha Asura, they are demons. They were in previous birth is caused. They come the same womb the Balaram come, same womb this Krishna come. What do you think? That Krishna is ordinary than all the Asuras? How it is that? So the Radha Madan Mohan ki. The explanation given by Acharya is that this Sadagarbha Asura, this sixth pregnancy, all this sixth pregnancy are representation of the Kama, Kodha, Lobha, Madha, Maschara, all the kind of lost, all the anartha. So Krishna will not appear unless this anartha. That Balaram first appeared, creating the atmosphere. Then Krishna is coming in the eighth pregnancy. Try to understand. That means what we learn from this Balaram Janti. As long as we have this anarthas, we cannot expect Krishna to appear in our heart. We cannot have attained Krishna. Anartha has to go. How to go? Balaram comes. Balaram is Guru Tattva. Through Guru we have to take out. Therefore, we should always, and Kansa is what? Kansa represents fearful. Devaki is a devotee. And devotee always should be fearful of material association in order to destroy all the anartha. If we're thinking that material association is fine, then we are not going back to God. We cannot destroy all the anartha. Therefore, we should have always devotee association. Then Balaram coming as a Guru Tattva, like spiritual master Prabhupada. Then Krishna, through the Guru, we can get the Krishna comes. The Krishna, how is coming, these verses. Thereafter, accompanied by plenary expansion, the fully opulent Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is all auspicious for the entire universe, was transferred from the mind of Vasudeva to mind of Devaki. See, it does not come from the pregnancy, 10-month pregnancy or 9 months. You see, and Devaki, having thus been initiated by Vasudeva, become beautiful by carrying the Lord Krishna, the original consciousness for everyone, the cause of all causes, within the core of her heart, just as the east becomes beautiful by carrying the rising sun. As indicated here by the word Manastha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was transferred from the core of Vasudeva's mind or heart to the core of the heart of the Devaki. It's not like pregnancy. Like how Lord is not like ordinary living in come. He can come. He can come from the pillar. He can come from the nostril. He can come the pregnancy. But his birth is not like our birth, according to karma affected. He comes with sweet will. We should note carefully that the Lord was transported to Devaki not by the ordinary way for a human being. See? Therefore, Krishna says, janma karma chame. You must understand this one fact. But by diksha, initiation, thus the importance of initiation is mentioned here. Unless one is initiated by the right person who always carries within his heart the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one cannot acquire the power to carry the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the core of one's heart. So to carry the heart, we should be initiated, because our heart is to be purified, as I told Kama Krodha. For that, who can purify? By by rendering, by initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, we will get rid of all anartha. Anartha nirvidishat, everything else. Then we can carry the Supreme Lord. So that is the teaching. The word Achyutansam is used because Supreme Personality of Godhead is Sadavashara Punya, full in opulence, wealth, strength, fame, knowledge, beauty, renunciation. The Supreme God is never separated from his personal opulences, as stated in the Brahma Samhita Ramadi Murti Kalamini. Lord is always situated with all plenary portions. So when Lord is coming, it's not like he's a very small child is coming, and he's all powerful. Even small child also powerful. But he comes, and he comes because to deliver us. And that is stated in this beautiful verses that so there's a very nice verse here. To show causeless mercy to devotee who take birth in future in this age of Kali. See, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna acted in such a way that simply by remembering him, one will be freed from the all lamentation and unhappiness of material existence. In other words, he acted so that all future devotee, by accepting the instruction of Krishna consciousness stated in Bhagavad Gita, could be relieved from the pang of material existence. So he is coming for us, so that when future people, Kali Yuga will come, how the Kali Yuga will be, people will be delivered. So he is enacting such a way that we will remember him. Oh, Janmashtami, Krishna came, Krishna pastime. Why we are remembering? By remembrance of his activities, hearing his activities, we can go back to God. That is the concession has been given. Therefore, it is stated here that particularly Kali Yuga, in these verses it is stated very nicely that, my dear Lord, those pious and saintly person who in the age of Kali hear about your transcendental activities, also glorify them, will easily cross over the darkness of the earth. So whole idea of Krishna, so that we will hear about his activities. Oh, Janmashtami is coming. How he is coming? He is not coming like ordinary birth. His birth is transcendental, divine. And how he is enacting is also his activities. Also, his activities also not ordinary activities. It's not any activity you may say it is not ordinary, because Lord can lift so many things. He can, by breathing process, by his Sankarsana, like Balaram avatar, he is holding entire universe. He cannot just lift the Govardhan hill, and you are criticizing how a small child 7 years can lift the Govardhan hill. That is the Lord, his supremacy, supreme position. So therefore Krishna say, my activities and my, by hearing and by understanding it, one can easily cross the darkness of the age. That is the concession has been given. The concession has been given that. So Lord has created at the same time, he personally comes to teach us by different way, reclaim the conditioned soul back to Godhead. Whole idea is that. That is his whole idea. Paritranaya sadhana vinasaya duskita. So in this regard, the beautiful verses are there. See how Lord is merciful. He in his sixth day he killed Putana. Putana, the Rakshasi Putana. So Putana, what he did that his small children he used to breastfeed and poison, administer poison and kill. And so much heinous activity he does. He comes to Krishna. Krishna was 6 years old, and he tried to administer. Krishna killed him, but at the same time, he was giving the position as a mother. So who can be so merciful? Kamba dayalum saranam rajema. That this is the thing. We are thinking that, oh, everybody is God. No, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna says, if you do not understand that I am the supreme Lord, you will fall down. You will fall down. So ahobakiyam sanakara, how much merciful a person who is wanted to kill Krishna, but Krishna giving is the liberation. Is a mother's status. So when he's coming, not only he's helping the devotee bring back to Godhead, also all the demons who have been killed, like just like Pralambasura. Have you attended Pralambasura? Pralambasura, Balaram killed. How Balaram killed, Krishna and Balaram used to play, all his cowherd boys. And they have playing, and they have whosoever defeat he will carry. So Krishna party won, Balaram party. Krishna party lost, Balaram party. And this demon called Pralambasura has assumed the form of a cowherd boy. and he's carrying Balaram, wanted to kill Balaram. And when he kidnap Balaram into some interior forest, he expand himself. Balaram telling he's a asura. One fist like a Radhika, and did it on the head. One shot killed. So this is what all the pastimes. Then after killing, they have a launch. Every time we have demon killing, they will have a launch now. So all this pastime Lord is coming because to paritranaya sadhana vinasya sudusikita. All disturbing element, just like Kurukshetra war, all disturbing element to exterminate. So Putana came and Putana was killed, still he is giving. So here it is stated that Lord is so merciful that even the demons who have been killed, they were liberated. But to speak about the devotee. Therefore, if we celebrate Janmashtami and with all sincere devotion, how much we can get the benefit. The Supreme Personality of God had descended to kill the demoniac kings who were burden of the earth, or to protect the saintly devotee. However, both the demons and the devotees are awarded liberation by the Lord's mercy. Thus, his transcendental fame has spread throughout the world. Result is same. You protect the devotee, you kill the demons, both get liberation. Who can be so merciful? Kamba dayalum saranam rajam. Kamba dayalum saranam rajam. Brahmaji, when Brahma came, there's Aghasura. There's so many Bakka, Akka, Takka, Aga. There are 4 asuras, their name is like this. So when Brahma came, Aghasura was killed. Aghasura was killed. Then he to Aghasura killed. Okay, let me go and see. That time Krishna was doing, there's a friend called Madhumangala. Madhumangala is a good eater, voracious eater. You know, he has stolen some what is called chaj, buttermilk. And Krishna saw him, hey, you have buttermilk, give me. And immediately he put in the mouth and like this. And Krishna is doing this and taking the butter from the remnant. Brahma saw, you builder, how the Supreme Lord can be like this. Supreme Lord is not scarcity of everything, anything, but he likes the loving transaction. Just like a father, just like your parents will give some chocolate to the child. And that chocolate, the child will give to father, please take little. So this is transaction of the love. Similarly, so Lord is transacting all these activities to reciprocate our love for him. He doesn't want anything. He is not offering means he will be hungry. No. Our offering is for our benefit. Whatever we do, this is our benefit. Not we need Lord. We have necessity. Lord has no necessity. He wanted to oblige. So you give me, I will be obliged to take you back. He is creating opportunity, creating so many ways, concession for us, so that we can go back to God. When the Brahma bewildered, that time he stole all these cowherd boys, and Lord created all these cowherd boys, himself expanded. And Lord came again, Brahma came again from Brahmaloka to see. Then he saw that everybody is same as before. Then he understood. And one thing he was praying very nicely, that how merciful Lord is. From these last verses, we can know that why the Lord actually coming, how much mercifully he is towards the living entity. My mind becomes bewildered just trying to think what reward other than you could be found anywhere. You are the embodiment of all benediction. Try to remember this, try to notice this word. Embodiment of all benediction, which you bestow upon this resident of cowherd boys, bestow upon the resident of cowherd community of Vrindavan. You have already arranged to give yourself to Putana and her family member in exchange of disguising her herself as a devotee. So Putana came as a disguise. Outside he came as a very nice gopi. Inside has a what is called atrocious attitude. Still, not only Putana delivered, his brother Bakasur, his younger brother Aghasur, both delivered. So what is left? You give this devotee of Vrindavan. You have already delivered the family of Aghasur, sorry, Putana. That kind of Lord. If you give something, your ancestor, a generation after generation will be delivered, not you are delivered. Simply you have to capture the Lord. And the process has been given, janma karma chame divyam. You should understand the Lord activity, then pastime is not ordinary. He is coming a merciful concession for the people, conditioned soul, so that we can go back to God. That thing we should understand, always gratitude. So the gratitude, my Lord, your mercy, because of your mercy, we can remember you. Please bring us back to you. That is whole idea of Janmashtami celebration. To remembering that how Lord is so merciful, and showing our gratitude to celebrate with that intensity, sincerity. No, I should please the Lord. He is coming for me to take us back. I should do fast. I should do very sincerely. Not that I have a job. Lord say, Lord is coming. I have a job. I don't have leave. I should not come. See, because more you prioritize Krishna, Krishna will prioritize you. You have prioritized your job, your family. Krishna also same thing. Okay, 5% you are surrender, I will give 5%. You cannot expect basmati rice at the cost of pony rice. So you have to, same price you have to pay. So when you surrender properly, then Krishna will reciprocate accordingly. That is the whole idea. So if you prioritize your job, why appearance day is coming, Lord is coming, what is the great deal? Okay, Krishna said, fine. So he will reciprocate accordingly. So more you intensify our love, particularly this celebration day is to intensify more. Because other days we are always forgetting the Lord. Lord is special day, is making a special day, festival day, so that we remember, oh, today is festival day. Let me remember Krishna. Simply by just smarana matrena, simply by remembering, participating, practically some rendering some today's Janmashtami, let me do something for Krishna. Nice dress, I will house a temple, I will celebrate. By that celebration, we can go back to God. Krishna is telling janma karma chame divyam, simply by understanding the process. That understanding will not come so easily. That understanding comes, Krishna say, bhaktya mam avijananti, by rendering service. Little service also Krishna will remember. Today or tomorrow I will bring you back because you have done something for me. That is merciful Lord. Who can give award to the putana, what to speak of devotee? You understand the devotee, how much they can get. Simple process of bhakti. That's all. Hearing, chanting, all the things. Our problem is that there is a very nice verses that our problem is that we are not discussing about Krishna Katha. If you do not Krishna Katha, then what will happen? What is the consequence? It is stated that it is regrettable. It is very much regrettable that unfortunate people do not discuss the description of Vaikuntha planet, but engage in topics which are unworthy to hear, which bewilders one intelligent. Those who give up the topics of Vaikuntha take to talk of material world and thrown into darkest region. Chandrayan, what is that? The chase also, recently somebody runners up. Politics, Bollywood, all this, if we talk means fine, you have right to talk, but you will be thrown into darkest region of ignorance. So it is up to us. It is our choice is ours. We want to talk about discussion about the Krishna Katha. Everybody has ability to talk. Tongue is there. Everybody has propensity to talk. But when you talk is on the mundane talk, then we are entangled. When you talk about Krishna, what is there in 1/4 of the world? We have so many news. Every days we have varieties of number of news, magazines, so many channels. Spiritual world is 3/4. How much more news we have? We do not know that. Every second there will be a newspaper, magazine, everything. That is spiritual world. Therefore, very important things we always discuss about the Krishna Katha. In this way, remember Krishna. Krishna will be very pleased and take us back. Is coming for that. Thank you very much. You have any question, anything? So if you have no question, and we will end here with an announcement. We have a Janmashtami, most auspicious appearance of the Lord Krishna. So please come on that day without fail. More prioritize. We show that my Lord, because he is coming, mercifully descend for our ascent. So why not celebrate with sincerity and devotion? More you sincere, more you devotion, Krishna will remember you and bring us back to God. You do not know, anytime the death comes, Khenamangura, anytime. That time, no family, no even COVID time, nobody even enter. You are alone. You do not know. At the time of death, you will be hospitalized somewhere with the doctor, nurse. Nurse will be not attending every time. You will be on the sitting here. So we do not know what position. At the time of death, everything disoriented. We may not remember Krishna. Krishna says, at the time of death, you remember means I will take you back. But time of death, we do not know. Everything disoriented. Body is bodily function. Somewhere pipe here, pipe everywhere in the body. So how we can remember? But Krishna say one thing in Varaprana. Those who are rendering service at the time of death, they may not remember. I remember them. I will take them back. That is this thing. If you do not remember, you are yourself alone. Nobody will come. Nobody will come. Doctor will cover it, the expired, and cover the. So, but Krishna said that I will remember, take you back. That is the concession. You may not remember, but I remember. And that remembrance will come when you always remember, discuss about Krishna, hearing about Krishna. More you hear about somebody, you have got attachment for him. That is the secret. Even after you come to temple 7 days, you may not have attachment. You may not remember what dress today. Anybody remember? Very rare people remember. We dress, we know. But you cannot. But when you hear about Krishna, that time your mind is engaged. Oh, Krishna, so much purified. You are associating with Krishna and you are purifying. Because Krishna and his talk is different. I mean, not different. One time, last one, I will tell you where the Krishna is there. Is every time Vrindavan he appears, Mathura he appears. Actually, Krishna was on the way and Narada Muni met him. Narada Muni said that, can you please pass your visiting card? Just like we are passing, oh, I am a IT manager, this visiting. Krishna said that I have not made visiting card. Then Narada Muni is very smart. I know, you are in Vaikuntha. Krishna said, Naham Vaikuntha Tishnami, I am not in Vaikuntha. He was bewildered. Where you are? Yogis, they are going to Himalaya, they are doing all the things. So you are in Yogi's heart. Yoginam Hudaya Seva, I am not in Yogi's heart. Then Narada Muni said, I cannot. No, 2 options already, no more option. KBC, no more chance, Then finally Lord said that, Tatra Tishtami Narada Jatra Gayanti Madhavakta. I am there. Vrindavan is there. Mathura is there. Where my devotees together congregational glorifying and hearing my katha. Hari katha attracts Hari. Hari comes. Just like they say that wherever Ram katha, the Hanuman always there. Similarly, wherever Krishna katha, Krishna himself comes. He himself says that I am there wherever my discussion is going on. So therefore, the discussion of Krishna katha is very important. It is stated that whosoever discussing, very easy process to go back. Nothing you have to do, simply hear about Krishna and talk about Krishna. You can talk very nice. So thank you very much. Please come. Janmashtami, very, very auspicious, once in a year, very, very important festival. So please come on that day. We have a grand celebration is going on, grand preparation. So many makhan, we can do the feed the makhan also. We have cultural program. All the children are very nicely preparing for the drama also. We have prasadam also arrangement. So many things have been arranged very in a grand manner. So please come celebrate. Just like we are celebrating our birthday, the Supreme Lord appearance day. Why not celebrate with so much grand and grandeur way? So please come. Thank you very much. So we will have a last arati followed by the prasadam. Okay, upstairs 5th floor. We have a last arati now. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.